I cook for a lion. Let's get into the video. I love animals, so I think I'm gonna love this video.
In this video, I'm cooking gourmet food for the most popular animals on the planet, and the longer you watch, the bigger and more dangerous the animals will get. All starting with this cute little rat. I spent 3 hours cutting and layering vegetables to make the perfect ratatouille. And if you think this meal's fancy, just wait until you see what I cooked for some of the other animals later in this video. Go ahead, buddy. Enjoy your 5-star meal. Oh, he's eating. Let's let him finish and go to our next animal. Next up, we're cooking for a squirrel, but not just any squirrel. Twiggy is a world-famous water skiing squirrel.
Dude, that's freaking cold.
My friend Mark is a huge fan of squirrels. I invited him to cook with me.
It's wild, the water skiing squirrel has a tour bus. To be clear though, we're cooking for the squirrel.
Wait. Oh, so they're in the squirrel's tour bus. That's crazy.
Cooking squirrel.
I got all the stuff squirrels like. Beans, avocado they love, carrots.
Wow, this is a meal.
Their favorite.
Where does he tour?
Squash.
Really? It feels like a sous chef-y thing to do would be to empty that. You think Twiggy's gonna mind I used my hands?
Not if we make it look nice.
So what we've got here is an acorn squash with a bunch of stuff in it. Twiggy, right here. Here's a little ramp. He gets it and then comes for protection. I've peed.
Mark, are you taking a selfie? Did you ask first?
No, I just did it. Which animal's next?
Next up is a parrot named Einstein the Talking Parrot for obvious reasons.
Morning.
Now, Einstein, what do you want for lunch?
Pizza.
I know that sounds like a fake robotic voice, but this is Einstein's actual voice, and since his owners told me he also loves corn, we're gonna make him some corn pizza.
What are you doing?
I'm torching the corn. This will give some
What
really
the
nice
hell?
flavor to your pizza.
Yo, that does sound like AI. Like that's an AI parrot. That sounds scary as. That sounds scary as hell.
Einstein's used to seeing the center of the cob, so I'm gonna cut. Oh, that's fresh basil. I'm gonna cut nice rings from the corn and the cob to put in the center of our pizza. Oh, you're taking one? That's fine. Cutting it this way is sort of like Einstein's version of pepperoni.
Is it good?
Well, it's gonna be good. For the cheese, we have cheddar and provolone. Even when I make pizza for myself, I like using different blends of cheese because it makes it a whole lot more exciting.
Makes
sense.
sense.
You can't get full
More
before
blend.
the meal.
Be quiet.
The cheddar's been grated, so now I just gotta finish up the provolone, and then we'll toss it into a bowl so we can start rolling out our dough.
Happy bird.
To assemble the pizza, I'll flour
I'm a
the
happy
cutting
bird,
board
happy
and
bird, I'm
stretch
happy
the
bird.
dough to make a small parrot-sized crust. Then I'll top this with a sauce I made from bell peppers, sweet potatoes, and beet juice. And we'll finish by adding on our blend of 2 cheeses. I'd say one more piece of cheese. As well as our corn pepperonis and a bit of fresh basil. And now,
If there wasn't corn, that I'd eat the hell out
I'm
of
gonna
it.
cook it. Here it is, Einstein. What do you think?
Cool.
That's exactly right.
I'm like corn.
I haven't eaten any yet. For the finishing touch, I'm gonna top it off with some edible blue flowers, and then we just need to cut it. Whoa! He just tried to pick up my knife. I gotta be careful what I say around you.
Come
It's time to eat. Come on. There you go. Oh, yum. How is it? It looks like you like the crust better than the pizza.
Yeah.
Most people aren't like that. You know what I like about the way that Einstein eats is that he goes kind of back and forth between the crust and the actual pizza. Why don't you take the rest of this to go?
Goodbye.
We're moving on to cook for these cute little
Goodbye.
monkeys called capuchins, and they have the same digestive systems as us humans, which means I can make them a burger the exact same way that I'd make myself a burger. I'm gonna start by toasting off my buns while we come over here to prep our patties. I'll season these up with my Osmo Signature steak seasoning. They're the best seasonings in the world, and if you won't take my word for it, just wait until you see how much the monkeys love it. Aside from the steak seasoning, we also have ones that are perfect for chicken, seafood, vegetables, and even a plain old salt. And you can find all of them on our website or at your local Walmart. So if you haven't tried them yet, make sure to go get some Osmo once you finish watching the video.
I didn't see that at my
By now,
Walmart
bun should be
store.
nice and toasty, so I'll
Oh,
take
that
these
looks
off
nice.
the heat. And now into
That's like perfectly toasted. That's so what's satisfying.
my pan with a bit of oil, and once that gets nice and hot, I will lay it down away from me, and I'll press it down since burgers always get so much smaller when they cook. I'll go for the flip, and then immediately add down that cheese and lid on. Once that cheese is nice and melted, we'll plate by going bottom bun, patty, a little bit of ketchup, a little mustard, 3 pickles, lettuce, tomato.
I hate pickles. I learned that about myself. You gotta put the burger at the bottom because if you put the burger like at the top or something, the burger it crumbles apart.
And our top bun. Since there are 4 monkeys, I'm gonna cut this into 4 even pieces. We definitely don't want them fighting over the burger. I'm gonna put on my hat so they don't pull my hair. And then, let's bring in the monkeys. They're so cute. They're kind of just investigating the burger right now. They're being very curious. Hi. Hey. Oh, you wanna eat it on me? That's fine, yeah. Is the meat good? I just learned that at some restaurants, they won't eat the patties at all. They'll just throw them. And they're not throwing these, which must mean they love my seasoning on there. What are they doing to the camera? Don't pull off the microphone, guys. We need the microphone. He's rubbing mustard all over my camera. I think I need a new lens. You like the tomato? Want some butter?
Those
have a
monkeys
bun.
are cute.
Want some of the beef? Yeah, they're
Yo, this would make you wanna look. You have a pet monkey, and then you be hearing stories about like people having pet monkeys and their face getting ripped off, and then you're like, nah, I'm good.
There you go. Everybody seems to like something completely different in this situation. This is how I like to eat, kind of like tapas style. And what's great is that a burger has so many different components, so I'm happy that you guys are all enjoying different parts of it. He loves the patties. Well, he dropped it. I have 3 younger brothers, and I feel like this is what we probably looked and sounded like when we were little kids eating. I think it's safe to say they liked it. Let's go to the next segment. Our next animal is a dog, specifically my dog Pepper. I'm gonna cook her a simple dish that includes this beautiful filet mignon, as well as a side of sweet potato and green beans. I'm going to begin by cutting the filet into small cubes.
Yo, word up, bro. Like, that's what's crazy to think about this. This dog is eating better than a lot of people. A whole lot of people.
Since
Me
dogs are
included.
technically only supposed to have steak if it's well done. And I know, Pepper doesn't look like a well done type of girl. She probably doesn't even know what that means. But we need to be safe for Pepper. With our steak prep done, we can move on to our green beans. For these, I have this vision of them being all the exact same length, just like in a fancy restaurant. All I'm gonna do for this is lay out the nice long beans on my cutting board, then chop off the edges, and we've got perfectly even green beans. For the sweet potato, I'll start by peeling the entire thing to make it nice and smooth and luxurious for Pepper. And once our potato is nice and clean shaven, I'll cut out a few even and thin slices and then shave it down to make it look something like this. To cook, I'm gonna start by making the vegetables. I'll add the sweet potatoes as well as the green beans, and then cover them with a light amount of water because these are gonna butter poach. Now for the steak, I'll add some Osmo olive oil, and then in we go. The reason I cut it into cubes is so that everything is going to easily cook to well done. Pepper, you wanna test one? Oh, you didn't even chew it. Once that steak is done, I'll toss it onto a paper towel lined plate so it can drain off some of that excess oil. And by now, our vegetables should be done as well. This whole time, I've been heating up Pepper's plate in the oven, just like they do at a fancy restaurant. And to plate, I'll toss down the sweet potato, these delicious green beans, and of course, our steak. Bon appetit.
I'm learning.
Go ahead, Pepper. There she goes.
I'm about to be a
I wondered
chef.
what she would go for first, and it seems like she's very much going for just the steak. Eat the veggies. What? Seriously?
Just like me.
I just butter poached green beans and sweet potatoes for you, and you're not even gonna try them? Our last animal from level 1 is the porcupine, and they love vegetables, but only if they're uncooked. So I'm gonna make them some veggie French fries. These porcupines eat pretty much the same thing every day, so mixing up the form and the texture of the food that they get is hopefully gonna be really exciting for them. Being completely honest, I'm a little scared for this one. I don't wanna get quilled, so my thought is if I cook them really good food, they won't quill me. Personally, knowing what they can and can't eat, I wouldn't wanna be a porcupine.
What? Like, there's like a lot of animated TV shows. Like, what animated TV shows you remember having a porcupine, and then they just, and then they be sporking people.
I feel like I get kind of bored only having carrots and beans and vegetables every day, but I think
Anime
they're gonna love the
cartoons.
French fries. I've got my sweet potatoes and carrots, so the last thing I'll make fries with are these things called long beans. They're already basically in French fry form, so all I have to do with these is cut them into French fry length strips. And because this wasn't a very advanced recipe, plating is extra important. So I'll put the sweet potatoes down on one side, then I'll put the long beans in the middle, and I'll finish with my beautiful carrot fries. I wish I could oven bake these to get them nice and crispy, but this will have to do. I think the porcupines can sense that there's food on the way. I don't want to get quilled. Guys, I have good food. Those quills are way longer than I thought they were.
Yes, it's the same thing that it's made.
Yo, I just remembered. There was one. If you watched the Avatar: Last Airbender, but it wasn't like, I mean, it damn near is a porcupine where Appa gets lost and then he gets quilled by that thing, and then the Kyoshi warriors like nurse him back to health. Avatar: Last Airbender is such a good show. Like, you could watch it in adulthood and love it. Anyway, that's a tangent.
It's so sharp. If they don't like the French fries, is there any chance they get mad?
If they get mad, they would open up their quills and then they'll run backwards towards you and they will
Damn, they
stab
be
you with the
cocking up
quills.
their
Guess we're going
butt
Guys, I
to
brought food.
attack.
French fries. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, buddy. Look at this. They're running to their house for protection while they eat and then coming back out for seconds. This is a good sign.
Well, they all seem happy. They love your food. No one's trying to quill you.
Wait, everybody wants seconds. I can only give you so much. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, a lemur. Does the lemur want some? Go ahead. Oh, whoa.
Cool.
This is my peak moment as a chef, just having a full crew of different animals enjoying my food. This is awkward because I have 3 left and I have 4 very hungry porcupines. I'm just gonna throw it and whoever gets it, gets it. Moving on to level 2, we'll start by cooking for a penguin. Actually,
penguin.
3 penguins. What can I say? They're my favorite animal. And since penguins
Yeah, I
love
like
fish, I
penguins.
thought, why not make them a poke bowl? We'll start by prepping some fresh vegetables. First, this
Show me
cucumber.
penguins. I wanna see penguins again.
Slices. Then this beautiful mango. Honestly, I'm not really sure if penguins like mango, but we're gonna find out in about 30 seconds. Some purple cabbage.
I don't think mangoes are in their like itinerary in like the Antarcticas. I don't think mangoes be growing there.
This would give a lot of great color. And last but not least,
I be watching
thought I'd do an
documentaries.
avocado, which I'll cut into nice thin slices like this and then fan it all out. Let's plate it quick since I know the penguins
doing
are
that so
hungry.
sexy?
I'll layer in all
No
of
homo.
our fresh ingredients to make it look as beautiful as I possibly can for our penguins. And I'll finish off with my nice stinky fish. This part might not look as gourmet, but trust me, the
They gonna
penguins
love
are gonna love it. And now, the moment I've been waiting for my entire life. Bring out the penguins! No way.
Yo,
That
they
might
look
be
so
the cutest
cute.
thing I've ever seen
The way
in
they
my
be
life. Here come
waddling.
the other two. Come on, guys. Your gourmet food is ready. Oh, they bumped into each
If I
other.
could have a pet penguin, I would.
What's up? Oh. Oh. Wow, he just swallowed it. This is awesome. What's the magic word? I forgot he can't talk. He's a penguin. You want some of the actual poke bowl? I feel like I just put in
Yeah.
all this effort and he just didn't really appreciate it.
Yeah, he just wants
Where
the
you going?
fish.
I have more fish. Come on, guys. Oh, they're so fast. Come over here. They are just spilling my whole poke bowl. They do not want the poke bowl.
No, they
They
want
just want
fish.
fish. Is anyone going to try the poke bowl? If you guys won't try my poke bowl, can we at least do a slip and slide together?
That looks fun.
Next up, I'm cooking
But like, I just remember like in Ark, they are really horrible people, and they make you kill baby penguins for organic polymer. So that Ark team canceled them.
for a sloth, the slowest animal on the planet, and I'll be making some sloth-friendly spaghetti and meatballs. In front of me, I have some
Interesting.
pre-steamed spaghetti squash, and the cool thing about spaghetti squash is
Oh,
that
we're gonna
if you
sit
run
the
a
sloth.
fork through it, it literally turns into
Every animal you could really be thinking about like an animated character that you probably loved as a kid, or liked at least, or you remember, or you might have hated. You'll remember like an iconic one, like Sid the Sloth.
spaghetti right in front of your eyes.
Happy Foot with the penguins. You know what I mean?
These sloths get to eat squash all the time, but they don't normally get it in a fancy way like this. So I'm just hoping that they're as excited as I am. When I was a kid, my mom actually used to make spaghetti squash and then try to trick us into thinking it was pasta. And I have
Yeah.
pretty good taste buds, so I never fell for it, but it looks pretty convincing. I'm gonna plate it just like I would any normal pasta. Twirled up and stacked high and tight in the center of my plate. And then for a quick sauce, I'll add a few tomatoes to a blender, then cover these up about halfway with water and blend. After a
I
few
would not
seconds
get
of
tricked by
blending,
that. I would
pour the
take one
sauce
bite and run
over
away.
the top of my spaghetti, and then with this cooked and peeled sweet potato, I'm gonna make a few meatballs. 1, 2, and 3. These right here are called
Meatballs.
two-toed sloths. As you can see, they're moving quite slow. Question is, are they gonna like my acorn squash spaghetti?
Yeah, they're
Want a
moving in
meatball?
slow
Oh,
motion.
yummy. What's he doing? Hey, buddy, you gonna eat the meatball, or are you just waiting? Is he gonna keep eating it, or is he just gonna wait and decide if he likes it? He hasn't done anything with it for like 15, 20 seconds.
I think
Wow,
they
really
take
are
long to
slow.
eat.
Maybe 40 seconds now. He hasn't even moved his mouth, but he's holding the meatball, leaving me in suspense, I guess. I've never been more confused with someone eating my food. You want tomato with the little spaghetti instead? Here, yeah, spit that out.
We can try to clear it up.
Yeah, sure. Want a little tomato with some spaghetti? Yeah, there you go. I didn't know why you didn't just tell me sooner that you didn't like my meatballs. You could have just been eating the spaghetti the entire time. She is the messiest eater I've ever met. Oh,
Yo,
there
you
you
eat like a
go.
baby.
That's good. This is actually going really well now. Want a little bit more? Yum. She actually ate a pretty good amount of the pasta. No more. The animals are gonna start to get a lot bigger now, with the next
Ooh, a
one
little
being
turtle.
the giant tortoise. Tortoises love vegetables, so I'll start by picking some fresh fruits and vegetables from this nearby garden, which I'm then gonna use to make some gourmet
Turtle.
lettuce wraps. I'm actually in Malaysia right now, which means I have access to tons of very fresh fruits and veggies, just like this papaya here.
So-
With this, I'm gonna cut it into nice thin strips so I can toss them in my lettuce wraps. I'm also gonna use these red bell peppers. I love a good bell pepper. Then some fresh mango, this pumpkin. It's gonna be the crunchiest part of our lettuce wraps, which means I think it'll add some really nice texture. And last but not least, we're gonna do a few carrots. Now I said these were gonna be gourmet lettuce wraps, which means I'm also gonna add a little twist. If I very
Twist
finely
it.
mince up corn and then some of this star fruit, as well as some fresh apple, it's gonna make sort of a sweet fruit salsa that I can add to each layer of lettuce, which I think will bring these lettuce wraps to a whole new level. To make the lettuce wraps, I'll be using what's called a mustard green. I'll spread down a bit of that salsa, and then a few red peppers, a bit of that sweet fresh mango, 1 carrot stick, papaya, and some pumpkin. We wanna wrap this up nice and tight, like a burrito, and to make sure it all holds together, I'll tie it up with the stem from our mustard leaf. How could you
Cool.
not want that if you're a tortoise? Whoa, look at that big guy right there. You want a lettuce wrap? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they're not just slow walkers, they're slow eaters. Oh,
You be
thank
showing,
that was a big bite.
giving it to the slow animals right
It's
now.
a huge tongue. It looks like he's trying to lick the plate clean.
I was about to say, I was gonna say, oh, can they like? Cause I know there's certain turtles who get dead, like probably bite your finger off. But I think that's a snapping neck turtle.
which is a
tortoise.
really great sign. Oh, no, not the plate.
I would call that a success.
Next up, I'm cooking for a gorilla. I'm excited
Y'all
and
love
nervous for
gorillas.
this one at the same time.
Gorillas
But
are
since
cute as
humans and
hell.
gorillas share so much DNA, I have to put on gloves so I don't get any of them sick. I also have to put on this mask. Gotta be extra safe. I'm not actually gonna be cooking for the gorillas. Instead, I've got corn on the cob. And as you can see, I left the husks on. Why? Well, I recently saw this really cool video online of a gorilla eating corn on the cob, and it was peeling off the husks in the exact same way a human would do it. So I wanted to see it for myself. As you can see, there's a huge moat between us right now for safety, and I was told not to make any eye contact with the gorilla or he might see me as a threat and try to fight me. And yes, I know I'd probably win, but we don't want to risk it. There he is. Oh my gosh, he's scary. Corn on the cob? Oops. I'm gonna try to throw another to see if I can get it closer. Here you go, buddy. Oh, he looks really mad that I just messed up those throws, doesn't he? I think he's actually really upset at me right now.
He looks
I feel like I
sad.
really
He has
let
like
him down.
puppy dog eyes.
I'm doing my best. It's so amazing to watch him eat these. He's so good at peeling it.
I used to do this for my grandma all the time. She'd make me remove the corn and the cob husks for her before she cooked.
Wow, he's just eating it the long way. I can't believe this. He's sitting just like a human. This is how I eat corn on the cob.
I know I didn't really cook anything for this gorilla, but I think he's really enjoying his corn on the cob. And funny enough, I also prefer my corn on the cob uncooked, so me and this gorilla seem to have something in common. Before we move to the next animal, I need to do one perfect toss to the gorilla. This is a big moment right here. I feel like he's getting mad again that I'm taking too long.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this. Ready?
You can catch it? Oh, we caught it. That's cool.
Moving on to level 3, we're cooking for a bear. And the coolest thing about this bear is that he and I have the exact same favorite food, rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna keep this chicken nice and simple, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes you gotta just let the seasoning do all the work, especially when there's a hungry bear involved. I'll start by coating the entire bird in some nice olive oil, and then I'll give the whole bird a nice massage, making sure to cover every nook and cranny with that oil. Once he's all oiled up, I'm gonna use some of my Osmo chicken seasoning. Look at me on there, look how happy I am. That's gonna be the bear in a few seconds. I hope the bear will appreciate the effort that I'm putting into making this chicken delicious right now, but at the same time, like I said, I'm gonna let the seasoning do basically all the work here. I didn't want to make just any boring chicken, so I actually bought an entire rotisserie oven because I want to make sure our bear has a good time. Now with a little movie magic, our rotisserie chicken is done. I wasn't gonna make you guys wait. Oh my God.
I mean, I would hope not.
He's huge. Look at him.
There's
This
a brown
is Tack.
bear.
He's an 1,000-pound Kodiak bear.
Oh, it's a
and
Kodiak.
As you know, I've made
When
him a
that's a brown
rotisserie
bear.
chicken, but first I'm gonna feed him this cookie right out of my mouth. Oh, I
Damn.
just kissed the bear.
Where is he? To have a Kodiak bear. I know those bears are like in Russia. Are there Kodiak North American bears? Crazy. I didn't know that.
Here's your chicken. Wow, he's eating the chicken, just bone and everything. You hear the crunches? I've never seen someone eat a rotisserie chicken like this.
Tag, do you like the skin? The skin's always my favorite part on a rotisserie chicken. I think he's just gonna eat the entire
Yeah, I'd be liking the
carcass of
skin.
chicken. Oh my gosh. Believe it or not, chicken is the only meat that Tag likes. He doesn't eat steak, he doesn't eat fish, but he loves chicken. And I think I made him a good one. What is he
Yo, he really black for real. I'll mess with you. You my brother. Hey, salute. Nah, I'm saying.
doing?
I be liking chicken too.
What's going on? Oh, that plate's gone. Oh, he's looking at the
Evidently.
table now. I want to ask Tag one last question before I go to the next animal. Did you love my Osmo chicken seasoning? Be honest.
Wonder if it would like
That's
KFC.
right. You're the coolest bear ever. As if a bear wasn't
I don't
big
think you
enough,
can do
we're
it.
cooking
That's
next
bad
for
for
a
them.
hippo, and I'll be making
Those
a
are
fancy
scary.
fruit salad. I'm sure some of you have seen these videos online of hippos crunching down on things
Yo.
like pumpkins or watermelons, and they're some of the
Yo, hippos are actually dead scary. Like, yo, they could eat you in half in one bite, and they will too if you like actually near them. Like they mad territorial.
most satisfying videos I've ever seen. So I'm gonna make this fruit salad inside a watermelon basket. What I'm doing at the start here is making the handle for the basket, and the goal now is to basically carve out and remove all this watermelon so we have something that can hold
Yeah,
this
yo, like they low key. I think third strongest land mammal of all, not of all time, but like land mammal of all. Like I'm trying to think, maybe a rhino. Obviously, an elephant. Your elephant is so cool. Elephant is so cute, and then they strong as hell too. Elephant, my like second or third favorite animal.
salad. I'm now going to basically
Hopefully
trace
doesn't
the
add
part that I
elephant.
want to take out, and then we'll just empty the whole thing out. I'm gonna purposely leave some of the watermelon inside the bottom here, just so there's a bit of extra crunch for our hippo. Now with this large chunk that I carved out, I'm gonna scoop a few nice pieces of watermelon, then I'm also gonna
Scoop it.
carve up some honeydew melon, same thing into nice big chunks. Grab some lettuce, a few apple slices, some carrots. I've even got a couple of nice fresh beets, a few slices of banana, a little bit of sweet potato in there. Voila, a fancy fruit salad fit for a hippo. Here she comes.
big as hell.
She may look nice, but don't let that cute face
Facts.
fool you. Hippos are one of the most dangerous animals on the planet, although in just a few moments, things are about to get a lot more dangerous.
Okay, no, it isn't. In real life, I mean, you're dead either way, but I low key would rather a lion than a hippo. Hippos are so like nah. Hippos way stronger than a lion. Like way stronger than a lion. Like yo, hippos are strong as hell.
We only have one shot at this, so I'm gonna hand this off to the pros. Ready? Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Missed.
I think the watermelon must have been a little too slippery and it flew right out of her mouth. I can't believe that just happened. I'm gonna make another watermelon. Attempt number 2.
She like, put it
That was
in.
the craziest crunch sound I've ever heard. She should start an ASMR channel. I think she really likes it. If you listen carefully, she's doing this sort of slurping sound. She's literally slurping up the extra watermelon juice from the ground. Another piece? There you go. That was really fun. Is that her breath?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. Our last animal before moving to level 4 is the giraffe. And since they love kale, I'm gonna make these giraffes a gourmet kale salad. One
want a
tricky
baby
part about
giraffe.
making this is that normally when you make a kale salad, you want
Wanna
to
see that.
give the kale a huge salt bath to get it nice and tender. But since we can't add any extra salt to the giraffe, I'm just gonna give it a little massage with water and hope that does the trick. In addition to breaking it down, this is also gonna hydrate the kale, hopefully giving the giraffes a more tender bite. I'm also gonna chop up the zucchini into the bowl with these, and then same thing with my cucumber. Our last vegetable will be this
Cucumber.
green pepper. And with these, I'm actually just gonna give a rough chop. And once this is in our bowl, I'll mix this up just a little bit more, and then time for the dressing. I'm gonna make a simple carrot and tomato dressing. First with some
Carrot.
soft cooked carrots, and then a tomato that's been lightly cooked as well. To finish this off, I'll cover it with water and blend.
You should like recreate the meme, like you know where the actually I think it's a camel. No, it's a giraffe. Where the giraffe like spits at somebody or like just gets his big old tongue and licks someone's face.
Plate the salad, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'll add in my kale and different vegetables, and go over it with my carrot dressing, maybe a few
I'd be
more veggies on
disgusted
top
if
just to
that
make it
happened,
look
I'd be
nicer. And lastly, a few hibiscus leaves for a nice
Hibiscus.
pop. Have some salad.
Yeah,
Yum.
purple tongue.
This is crazy. Look how long the tongue is. The tongue on the giraffe is dark blue like that so they don't get sunburned
Shit,
while
longer
they're
than my
out eating
dick.
all day. I will be honest here, the giraffes don't love my salad. They like regular romaine lettuce. I think it might be the dressing. Oh, you want my salad? A little bit. Oh,
No, he
just
hated
spit
that.
it right out. That was so rude.
No, he hated
Add
it.
some of my salad in one of the big lettuce leaves here. Hey, seriously?
Yeah, he does not.
Wow,
He
you
do
guys
not
are
like
tough
it.
food critics. They're leaving. I think they're full. At least they ate something. Ooh, Level 4, we'll cook now for a rhino, which I always love since they look exactly like.
Yo, rhinos are so sad because they're endangered and like they eventually they might probably will be extinct. Let's say in like next 50, 100 years. That's sad.
Modern day dinosaurs. Also, this rhino happens to be at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which means I have a great excuse to go do some rides after. Rhinos are basically lawnmowers. They don't eat anything too exciting. It's mostly things like hay and grass, so we're gonna have to get creative here. And that's why I've got a few different types of hay. This one here is called alfalfa hay. It's extremely sweet, and to the rhino, it's almost sort of like eating a chocolate cake. This other one here is called Timothy hay. This one's gonna be a bit more on the lighter side and give both some sweet and savory flavors to the dish. I've also got some dried beet pulp for texture, and if the hay is our
How do we find that out? Like, do humans be like testing the taste of hay? We be eating it? Is it harmful to eat hay as a human? Can you like cook it up? Like,
Think of these as the
Interesting.
croutons. It's filled with corn, molasses, and a few other things. To build the dish, I'm gonna go down with one layer of hay, and then what I'll do is grab some of the other hay and start to layer these two between each other. Really, all I'm doing here is just building layers of flavor. And then I'll start to mix in some of these croutons. Last but not least, I'll go over with a nice, even sprinkle of that beet pulp, and the dish is complete. Are the rhinos used to people plating their food like this?
Something that we do on a regular
yeah, I don't think they would.
Here we go. Oh, baby.
Big old rhinoceros.
That is a big rhino. I cannot believe this rhino can run at 35 miles per hour. How is that even possible? All right, let's see how
They got
quickly she
powerful
finds the food.
legs.
My guess here, based on how fast she's eating this, is it's gonna take about a minute and a half. And now part of me is wishing I made her more food, but she seems like she's happy. I can actually hear all the little crunches coming from those pellets. I'm hoping she's enjoying that texture that we added in there for her. I'm gonna feed her just a little bit more. Yum. She's letting me pet her a little bit now.
Yo, there's like an animated character that's a rhino. Am I thinking of Kung Fu Panda? I don't know. It's in my head. Yo, but like, yo, I swear down, there actually is. Like, every single character, there's an animated character that, like, of that animal. Like, Crazy.
which I hope is a sign that she liked the food. She feels exactly like a hairy basketball. Most people, when I feed them,
Hairy
go on me.
basketball.
Getting even bigger now, we're off to cook for an elephant in the jungle
Oh
of
my gosh, I
Thailand.
love
In
elephants.
front of me are some very fresh fruits and vegetables.
They're in
We also
Thailand.
have some beautiful rice as well
Since
as
they're in Thailand, you know what? It's an Asiatic elephant. It's not like the African bush elephant that you be like thinking it is. It's Asiatic. Asiatics are like a lot smaller. I watch documentaries.
this nice outdoor cook station where we're gonna make them some rice balls. We'll start by prepping the rice. This will cook in the background while I'm cutting my veggies. And while that cooks, I'm gonna begin by chopping up a few carrots. We're gonna wanna chop these up into nice rings. Now, all
Carrots.
this is gonna be boiled because I'm at what's called an elephant sanctuary. All the elephants here have been rescued and don't have great teeth, so their food needs to be nice and soft. Once my carrots are chopped, I'll move
Poor
on
elephants.
to my pumpkin. The first step here will be to remove the core. Once they're hollowed out, I'm gonna
Oh yeah, taking Asiatic elephants are endangered. That's yo, poachers, they deserve like torture. Like whatever you put in those animals to, you deserve it. You deserve all you get. I ain't gonna lie, that's
slice them into nice wedges. To get some sweetness, I'm also gonna use a few bananas.
Wait,
They deserve
is
the
this
worst.
a double banana? I've never seen a double banana.
they get lucky.
But I
Really?
can't get distracted. The elephants are hungry. Once all our veggies are prepped, I'm gonna steam them. And once everything's ready, I'll dump in my rice, along with my steamed pumpkin, some steamed carrots, and my peeled bananas.
Why the pumpkin
And
look
now
like
we
chicken?
mash it all up. The goal being to get it
Wait, what
into
chicken
a
am I
nice
eating? What
smooth
the hell did I
mixture to
say?
make our rice balls.
It smells so good.
Once the mixture is nice and even, the final step is simple. Shape it into nice big balls and then set it aside.
I like big
I
balls.
got the boots,
Is it?
I got the balls. Let's go feed an elephant.
I didn't know elephants like rice. Aww,
Look at the scale of how small
looks
I
so
am
cute.
next to this beautiful elephant. For reference, this elephant here weighs over 15,000 times the
Crazy.
size of the rat you saw earlier in
You know what's crazy too? This is a small elephant compared to the African elephants. So like imagine his size, like looking at
Video.
those.
Hi, buddy. Here you go.
Oh,
Here
they
you
look
go,
so
buddy.
cute.
He doesn't even chew. He just swallows it.
What I am so shocked by is how quickly they eat it. Swallows in one gulp and reaches out for more every time. He loves these. He's already eaten 2. And these elephants will eat for 16 hours every single day. That's how much food they need.
They need a
Only
lot
a
of
few
food.
more left. Take your time with these ones. There's no rush. I'm not going anywhere until you're finished, I promise.
Last rice ball, eat this one slowly, please. Slowly, slowly. Chew it, enjoy the flavors. I took a lot of time to make this. You didn't listen, you
Nope,
swallowed it whole.
not at all.
Oh, he waved. For our final stop, I flew all the way to Iceland in search of the biggest animal on the planet, the blue whale. For scale, if we combine the
Crazy.
weight of every single animal we've already fed in this video,
Yeah,
it
not
would still
close.
only make up about 7% of the weight of one of these whales. But even though I bought the most expensive
I swear I seen something where the blue whale's penis is like 20 feet long. Don't ask me why I searched that up. But I did. And now I know that information, and now you do too.
plankton in the world and tossed it out to sea, we never found a whale. So
Ah.
after 3 hours of searching, I decided to go cook for a lion instead. I think we
Ah,
can
I
all
love
agree it's a
lions.
lot cooler than a whale. For our lion, we're gonna be cooking this
Yeah.
beautiful Australian Wagyu tomahawk. I had my meat dealer cut it thicker than you normally get with this kind of steak. And we're
Oh,
gonna
they're
cook
actually
it
cooking
over
it?
charcoal. To begin, I'll fill my chimney with some charcoal, and then we'll light it up.
This lion is lucky. Not only does he have an incredibly well-marbled
That looks
piece of meat,
fatty.
but it's also going to be seasoned with the best seasoning in the world, my Osmo
Yo,
signature
this guy be
seasoning.
promoting
And I'm
his
gonna make
every
sure to
single
really
time, and I
coat
respect
this piece
it.
of meat for our lion.
Once our charcoal's ready, I'll set up my grill
Excuse me.
And let this come up to temp for just a few minutes. This lion likes his steak very rare, almost raw. So for that reason, I'm not going to cook this tomahawk
Very raw.
much. The goal here is to get a nice light sear. All I want are a few grill marks and nothing more. Once I've quickly hit the first side, I'll flip it over, and same thing on the second.
Yeah,
you might call that
'cause
bit of char.
lions like it raw, just like I do. I like it raw.
Once our steak is done, I'll bring it over here
Okay.
to carve it. We don't want our lion to hurt his teeth on this when he goes to bite it. So even though I think he'd love this giant tomahawk bone, which as you can see is huge and looks absolutely delicious, we're gonna cut our tomahawk into nice big slices for him to eat. To plate it, I'm gonna keep it simple. All he wants is a big giant plate of meat, and that's what I'm gonna give him.
Okay.
I'm terrified. But let's go.
I do too. Give me
This
all
might
that
sound
meat.
crazy, but I'm about 100 times more scared to feed this lion than I ever was cooking for Gordon Ramsay during my time at MasterChef.
Damn. That lion seems chill as hell.
There is nothing between us and this lion right now.
He can pack you up if you want to, though. He's so gentle.
I'm gonna whisper so he eats the steak and not me, but this was the craziest video I've ever done. I just want to thank
He's so
all of you
gentle.
watching and remind you to go subscribe
Aww.
and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Because if you thought this one was good, just wait until you see the next one.
Oh, look at that lion! Yo, I want a pet lion, but I don't at the same time. 'Cause I don't want to die. That's reminded me of something. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I found it. I ain't gonna lie, that lion made me like think of things like these. The lions. Look at that. I could watch this for hours and hours and hours. Look at that. Yo, he has balls of steel. Like, hold on. Yo, get out of here. I wanna see him with lions. That lion's cute as hell though. But yeah, like these little videos, watch it for hours. Hold on. I wanna see this. Where they're like cuddling and stuff. They're little play fighting. Hold on, low-key, I wanna find one without music. I like it when you just like talking and like explaining how the lines are and everything. Like,
He thinks I can't see him.
yeah, I can look at this stuff all day, yo.
Don't even try that.
Yeah. Like you step to the left. Ah,
Yo, my boy.
yo, stuff like this makes you want to have a pet lion, and then you think to yourself, like, nah, I don't want to get ripped open apart. He a professional.
Did you see? There we go.
Yeah. Oh, he got tight. Oh, I haven't seen it. He getting mad. Yeah, see, he's chilling though. Oh, it's so cute.
Did you see?
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, that was a good video though.